Beautiful.
Well, we just sailed off anchor here at Bedeck, and today we are sailing out of Bredor Lake. We are going through the Northwest Cut and gonna come out and sail towards Newfoundland. It's a beautiful day. We've got good wind, good sunlight. So far it's been pretty chill, but we still have to make our turn into the cut, and then it's gonna be very narrow for about 15 or 20 miles. Well, we are just cruising downwind, right down this finger, back out into the ocean. We've got the new whisker pole up and running, and look at that. Head sail's not flapping, and we are like deep running. We're probably at about 150 degrees apparent. It's working really, really well. We weren't able to go this far downwind with both sails up before, and now we're flying. We're doing 5.5, 6 knots and 10 knots of wind. And it's so comfortable. Kika is even down below getting some editing done.
Yeah.
How comfy is this?
I am taking advantage of all the calm moments I can get. I have a handful of videos to edit over the next few days, so yeah, I'm just cranking them out. So we have about maybe 3 more hours till we're out of this passage and into actual ocean. So I'm just gonna try to finish this episode by then. That's a very optimistic goal, but I think I'll get it done.
We are now in a section where it's pretty narrow and the hills on each side are pretty tall, and so every single gust of wind is a different direction and they're all spiraling and twisting. So we rolled up the head sail and we're just going through with the main, so we only need to adjust one thing at a time. Still doing 3.5 knots though, so it's all good. Being almost passed by a trawler.
Yeah?
We just have our main up and we're going pretty much the exact same speed. I think it's funny.
Dan, I'm done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Actually,
job.
probably the fastest I've edited an episode before. Oh, it's pretty out here.
We're almost at the bridge.
There's a bridge. Look at that. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
One more video down. What, 6 more to go?
At least, yeah.
It is gusting between 20 and 25 knots, and we are running downwind, sometimes hitting 8 knots, usually about 7, 7.5. I don't think we've ever sailed under a bridge doing 7.5, 8 knots before. This can be interesting. That's all already eddying and churning. Look at all the deep stuff. We've got about a 2-knot current against us going through this bridge, and we still have about 15 knots of wind behind us, so we're able to go through, but now it's almost 2.5 knots of current. It's just really weird. The boat handles completely differently when you have current against you, but I think we're gonna make it.
Crazy currents though. And we're going through the narrowest section. And I think we're doing okay. All right, we are officially back into open ocean.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Lake sailing over, open ocean sailing, here we come.
Yeah, it was a beautiful passage, honestly. Like, let me close this.
Yeah, it was a really cool detour. I'm glad we took it.
Yeah, all these little snaky sections and in between all these mountains. It was really beautiful, but I'm excited to head to our next province. And it's 160 miles that way. Newfoundland or Newfoundland? Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Newfie.
I don't know how they say it.
They told me to just say Newfie and
Newfie.
I'll get away with it. Okay. Let's put that wing on. Ta-da! Now we can be protected.
UMA protection.
UMA protection.
All right, so we drop the CAPEHORN in.
It is so rolly right now. And I thought I was going to be able to keep editing during this passage. I might just sleep instead. Then was taking a nap down below for a few hours. I don't know, were you able to sleep?
I was able to sleep. I was tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, and then I scrubbed the hull of the boat today underneath, and like the muddy, gross ICW, like Chesapeake Bay brown muddy water off the side. So I was already kind of tired, but it wasn't a very good sleep, but I did get some sleep. Hopefully the waves will start to like stack together a little bit more and become a little bit more uniform, because right now they're very sort of like choppy all over the place. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
But still have like 15-20 knots of wind, so it's not too bad. It's
not too bad. Yeah, we have the CAPEHORN up, and it's doing a pretty good job keeping us on course. I think I'm gonna go take a nap though. You okay for a few hours?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some warmer clothes on though. The sun's going down and it is getting chilly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down below. I hope that with all this rocking and rolling, I'll be able to take a good nap.
Or stay in the berth at all.
Right, you're sitting in place. Oh my goodness.
Good morning, guys. The sun's been rising for the last hour and a half. It hasn't even come over the horizon yet. First light is right about 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning, which is kind of crazy. But pretty uneventful night. The wind's lightened up a little bit as predicted. You might even put the mainsail back up today. Now that's not blowing 25 knots. It's pretty rolly, which means it's pretty squeaky. It's hard to get any rest down below. I think Geek and I both got a little bit of sleep last night. We are trying to sail a little bit slow though, because if we go full speed, we will get there in the middle of the night, and it's kind of a long fjord to get into the town that we're going to, so we definitely want to do that in daylight if we can. So we don't mind sailing a little bit slow today and getting there tomorrow morning instead of 10 o'clock tonight.
It's a lovely place, and don't get me wrong, and I walk these streets, stumbling into little places. Roasters and printers, all these things you'd kill to see.
It is a much calmer day today, that's for sure. I got a little bit of editing done earlier today. It is a beautiful day. It is super sunny and it's warm, and it's forecasted to be about the same weather till we get there, so that's nice. We are just over halfway there, and where we're going is a town which I thought was pronounced Francois because it's spelled Francois, but apparently it's pronounced Fransways in Newfoundland, so that's interesting. I can see there's one sailboat off in the distance, and they look like they're going about the same direction as us.
No, I think he came out of the St. Lawrence River and he's heading like maybe to St. John's. Like he was going straight out. And if he was going south, he would have turned. If he was going where we're going, he probably would have went out. But it's always weird to pass other boats that closely, because it's like this great big ocean, and all of a sudden you're within like a tenth of a mile of another boat out of nowhere, and then they're gone. So you do need to keep an eye out.
Yep,
that's why usually one of us is in the cockpit, or sometimes both of us, when one of us is trying to wake up while one of us is trying not to fall asleep.
Exactly.
Well, guys, Newfoundland. Check out that sunrise. It is absolutely magnificent. We had a pretty slow night, but we've got a little bit of wind now coming in from the north, and we're just zipping along the coast waiting for a little bit more sunshine, and then we're gonna head into that fjord right over there. Isn't that beautiful?
It's there. It's like, oh. Look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
It is beautiful. We just made our final turn and are making our final approach into the fjord, and it is absolutely stunning out here. Probably the most epic entrance we've ever done